this video, you'll learn about the integration between Portfolio Manager and Jira. The integration between Jira and Portfolio Manager allows teams to work more efficiently and effectively by leveraging the strengths of both tools. By integrating, teams can streamline program and project management and capacity planning by leveraging Portfolio Manager's powerful scenario modeling and schedule forecasting. This enables teams to optimize the allocation of their people across projects, see risk and adapt to change, and have confidence in when work can be delivered. To set up the integration, project managers create a connection between Jira and Portfolio Manager, which pulls Jira projects into the scheduled collection for prioritization, forecasting, and scenario modeling. The scheduling algorithm uses the Jira time remaining field to calculate start and finish dates in Portfolio Manager. Once the schedule has been calculated, the integration returns the most up-to-date project planning information to Jira through a manual sync. To start the integration, navigate to Projects in the left side navigation of Portfolio Manager. This takes you to the Portfolio view in the scheduled collection. Projects are added to Packages in this view. Use the toggle to expand a package. Select the Add Project field to activate the Add Jira Project button. As a note, Project Manager Access or above is needed in order to create projects through the integration. Once you click the Add Jira Project button, it opens the integration window where you can establish the connection between Portfolio Manager and any of your Jira instances. Through the course of the integration, you'll be prompted to customize the project setup through filtering and field mapping. When that's all done, each of the incoming issues will be transformed into Portfolio Manager tasks with default attributes applied. When issues are pulled in, the assignee in Jira will map to a member or resource in Portfolio Manager. Resources will be created on your behalf for all assignable users in the Jira project if they do not already exist in Portfolio Manager. The first step to set up the connection with Jira is on this instance and credentials screen. Here, you can either add a new Jira instance or connect to one that you've previously selected. As a note, you will always need to select an email in order to pull in a project from Jira. Once the required items are filled out here, you'll click Next. On this screen, you'll be able to use filters to select which Jira issues are imported into Portfolio Manager. The first step is to select a Jira project. The menu includes all of the projects that you have access to in the connected Jira instance. Next, you can indicate which issue types to pull in from the project. You can either select all or choose individual issue types if you'd like. In the Issue Status dropdown, you can choose the status of the issue types to pull into Portfolio Manager. The available statuses depend on the configuration of your Jira project. An optional item is to enter a parent issue key. If you enter an issue key here, it will only pull in issues that live under that parent issue. A great example of when to do this is if you only want to pull in issues from a specific epoch. The last required item on this page is include issues created after. Here, you can choose a date to include only issues created after the date you select. Once you've filled out all the customizations here, click Next. On this page, you can customize how you want your Jira issues to sync into Portfolio Manager. The following settings are available. Reorder Jira issues by Portfolio Manager priority. This setting will reorder the tasks in your Jira project to reflect the priority order of your tasks in Portfolio Manager. As a reminder, in Portfolio Manager, tasks are prioritized from top to bottom, with the top being the highest priority and the bottom being the lowest. The next setting is subfolder organization. This determines how tasks are displayed when you pull them in from Jira. If no epochs or custom hierarchy levels exist in your project, tasks are displayed as a flat list. If this option is selected, it looks like this in Portfolio Manager. The next option here is epoch-based subfolders. This creates a subfolder for each epic with their issue or child tasks inside the folder. You can see an example of this here. The last option is hierarchical subfolders. If this is selected, it creates a subfolder for each custom hierarchical issue type. An example of this would be for level 1 and above, such as if your project is using initiatives, features, and epics, with the child items nested within the corresponding type. As a note, this option will only display if the Jira instance you've chosen is on a premium or enterprise subscription. Here's what this organization will look like in Portfolio Manager. Push new tasks to Jira. This setting allows you to push new tasks to Jira once you create them in Portfolio Manager. If you choose the setting No Push, no new tasks will be pulled into Jira. If you choose Manual Push, new tasks will be pushed into Jira manually. If you choose this option, you can send up to 50 new tasks to Jira. New tasks are created as issues in Jira, and their corresponding issue key is pulled into the issue key on the task in Portfolio Manager. The last setting on this page is around your work logs. In this drop-down here, you can choose not to pull any work logs in from Jira. You can choose to pull work logs in from Jira into Portfolio Manager. Or, if you're using Tempo timesheets in your Jira instance, you can pull in Tempo timesheets work logs into Portfolio Manager. As a note, this option only displays if Tempo timesheets is installed on your instance. If you do choose to pull in work logs from Jira or Tempo timesheets, you're able to select a cost code that is applied to Jira time entries in the selected project. After you've filled out the settings on this page, click Next. Here, you'll be able to customize your field mappings. In addition to the attributes that are applied automatically through the integration process, there are optional fields that can be mapped through this step. Select Add Jira Field to add additional Jira fields that you would like to map to Portfolio Manager. If you selected Manual Push for push new tasks to Jira, Portfolio Manager highlights the fields required by Jira using a blue icon named Jira Field Required for Syncing New Tasks. These fields must be mapped and filled in Portfolio Manager before pushing tasks. Once you've set up all of your mappings, click Next. On the Estimate Mapping screen, you can customize your estimation type. If you choose the estimation type called Time Remaining, Portfolio Manager will use ranged estimates to statistically calculate your project schedule. In this step, you'll provide a percentage value, which will be used to calculate the low and high estimate from the Jira Time Remaining field. For example, if time remaining is 100 hours, 20% would set the low estimate at 80 hours and the high estimate at 120 hours. The second estimation type is story points. Here, you can provide the hourly range for your story points to create task estimates and forecast schedule dates. As a note, if you decide to use story points as your estimation type and have chosen to push new tasks to Jira, then after you sync your project, the story points for your tasks are sent to Jira. Before we click Launch to finish the integration, you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner the issue count and user count. These numbers tell you how many issues are being pulled in from Jira and how many users are getting added as resources to Portfolio Manager. Once all of the steps are complete, you'll click Launch. This closes the integration window and creates a new project instantly, with tasks generated shortly after the sync completes. If at any point you want to learn more about the integration, simply click Academy in the top left corner of Portfolio Manager. Scroll to the bottom and click API and Integrations. You'll click Jira Integration to walk through a detailed Academy lesson, on how to set up the integration. Thanks for watching!